Okay, hello there. I'm Dennis. Welcome to my channel, Life, Home, and My Linux Journeys. Today I'm on FreeBSD, so this is a BSD journey. Now, if you watch my channel or if you're familiar with my channel and go back and look, you'll see where I did a video one time where a FreeBSD upgrade wouldn't allow the kernel did not, it was a mismatch between the kernel and the kernel that it needed for BSD or for VirtualBox. I'm sorry, I'll just open it up and I'm getting this same exact error that I got before. And I'm not really complaining. I kind of expected it, but I did wait until it was like 2 weeks before the end of life on 13.1, which now I'm running 13.2. 13.2 release patch 1. And I just did this. Like I said, today is Sunday, so it would have been like last Tuesday. And I thought for sure that all the updates would have caught up with it. But as you'll see, just saw with VirtualBox, it did not catch up. So this is going to be a little redundant, but here's the chapter in the website for upgrading or updating and upgrading FreeBSD. If you read on down the page here, line security patches, you can set up a cron job to do this every day for you if you like. Perform a minor and major version upgrade. In this case, it was 13.1 to 13.2. All right. So, and major upgrade would be from a beginning numerals to the second numeral, like 12 to 13. But right here, it tells you after each, no, it says warning first. After each new release, FreeBSD package build servers will, for a limited period, not use the newer version of the operating system. This provides continuity for the many users who do not upgrade immediately after a release announcement. For example, packages for use on 13.1 and 13.2 will be built on a server running 13.1 until 13.1 reaches the end of life. Critically, a kernel module that is built on 13.1, mine was built on 13.1, might not be suitable for 13.2. VirtualBox built on 13.1, now it's not suitable for 13.2. So with minor upgrades, environments might need a kernel upgrade. You might have to actually build a new kernel if I was in a hurry. But as you'll see, let me go to the end of the life right here. This was 13.1 and it ends 1 week and 1 day. And I did this, like I said, on Wednesday, I believe. So I thought, I'm within 2 weeks of this being end of life. Plus, I was getting a warning in the terminal saying that it was suggested that I upgrade. And I'd been seeing that for a little while. And I normally wait and wait and wait. Well, I thought I waited plenty enough time. When the time I did it, it was 2 weeks away, less than 2 weeks away. Now it's only 1 week and 1 day away, and I still do not have the appropriate kernel. So this was the command I ran to upgrade, and so will you if you're going from 13.1 to 13.2 or any other version of 13 to 2. I don't think there is a 13.0. So that's the command. So when I lost my VirtualBox this time, I went and did searching just to see if something I could do to other than build a new kernel, making a new kernel. I'm not going to do that. I found this, and this was dated on April the 12th, and this is July, so a couple months ago now. And here he was saying the same thing. He noticed that the VBox driver was not getting loaded, and no, mine ain't either. So wasn't it supposed to get recompiled? He's complaining basically. So wasn't it supposed to get recompiled to and available in the upgrade? And here's a response. This is a great response, as a matter of fact. No, this is an unfortunate edge case. His computer and apparently mine. And kind of frequently asked question, it affects other KMod kernel modules, ports, packages as well. The ABI is always kept stable across minor releases of the same major version. Here they use 13 and period or whatever it is, always FreeBSD 13, whatever that version is. Therefore, there's only one package repository currently for both FreeBSD 13.1 and 13.2. As soon as that repository gets built, I'm hearing this saying that I'm going to get a new kernel and my Virtualbox will work again. In FreeBSD's, I don't know how I would say this, I'll just tell the truth. In GhostBSD, we had a period of about 10 days where the kernel was mismatched with the one that it needed. After about 7, I'm going to just say, I'm going to add a couple days because I know it was less than 10 days. Let's just say in 2 weeks. After that happened, I ran another upgrade and bam, it was fixed. So that's a pretty fast response to me. And this has happened a couple times now to me on FreeBSD. It kind of flabbergasted me, and I'll let me see if I can find where I was reading because it was kind of the same way I feel. Colonel, okay, this is the guy that started it off, or the person, or Momoto. I thought that when a new version we could upgrade without breaking anything that is installed already, because according to the FreeBSD propaganda is that it is a very stable OS compared to Linux distros that are not OS. Maybe I just misunderstood this. This means that I have my VirtualBox Minikube environment to keep doing my work. I will need to build ports myself, question mark. I wasn't expecting this. 3 months. In 3 months, we will have a 14 release, a new version, a major upgrade. I feel the same exact way. But this time, I realized that it's just a matter of time. It'll work itself out. It's no big deal unless you utilize VirtualBox in some means where you have to use it. It's mandatory that you use it to get whatever job done that you need to do. That's the only way that this would really affect you. And again, this was my fault. I should have waited. I should have waited until 31 of July and done my upgrade. Then I would have felt a lot better about it. But I thought, surely I'm within 2 weeks of this minor upgrade being end of life, 13.1 being end of life, this will work now. But as you just saw, it didn't. Well, the guy that was answering him got upset, says, is this an attempt to spread negative propaganda? Well, no, sir, it is not an attempt. It's the actual truth. When I got into FreeBSD, I was still under the impression that FreeBSD is solid. It's not going to break. I don't have to worry about updates every day like I would in a rolling release, Arch or Tumbleweed, something of that nature. So this guy felt exactly the way I did the first time my VirtualBox wouldn't open because I just did a minor upgrade. So it's not an attempt to spread negative propaganda. I still feel like FreeBSD is a solid system. Everything else works except the VirtualBox. And, VirtualBox is not really that important to the FreeBSD people. FreeBSD has its own virtualization called Beehive. So you can't no, I can't expect them to put the same amount of effort into making sure VirtualBox works. Because, to be honest, FreeBSD is probably a very small portion of desktop users. Most of it is servers, Netflix being one of the biggest ones, I think. So anyway, it's not an attempt to spread negative propaganda, but let's see, where was that? There was a warning right here. Where? Oh, it was here. There it is. I was right on it anyway. So whoever you are, Mr. Aramoto, don't worry, it will get worked out. But if you'd have read the release notes before you did your upgrade, you could have sort of halfway expected something to not exactly work. And if you'd done any research, you would have expected it to be Virtualbox, because the only two times that FreeBSD has done any kind of breakage on me concerning Virtualbox was through a minor upgrade. And I read this before I ever did my first one, trust me. And I thought, nah, this can't be FreeBSD. and I'm not stuck. I could actually just roll this back. I keep very good backups, or BEADM, a backup environment administrator account. What I call it. I don't know what it really means. B8, I do too. In fact, I got it in the book. Now I really feel dumb. But anyway, so if you're running FreeBSD, and your Virtualbox is important to you, make note of the end of the life. And, I thought I was close enough to the end of the life of 13.1 where this wouldn't have been an issue, but it was, and it is. But I expect sometime within the next 15 days that this bug will work itself out. Exactly what happened before. Virtualbox, the kernel wouldn't open. I just waited. I don't remember now exactly how long I had to wait, but it was a period of time. It was over a month. I remember that, because I was beginning to wonder if I just needed to reinstall FreeBSD. But just one morning, all of a sudden it updated. I opened up Virtualbox just to check it, and boom, it worked. And I fully expect that to work here. The same thing. So if you're running FreeBSD and your Virtualbox has crashed or won't open because of some kernel mod, then don't worry about it. But in the future, make sure. Like I said, I should have waited, and my habit is to wait until the last minute. And I thought, well, this is 10 days away, or 15, whatever it was. It wasn't many, a couple of weeks at the most. I thought, that's close enough. I'm going to try it. I should have waited. And I probably could fix it right now just by rolling back. I'm not going to do all that. I'll just wait. So I appreciate you guys watching. This is FreeBSD, and I'm not saying GhostBSD is any better than FreeBSD, but I will say this. When GhostBSD upgrade or the update broke Virtualbox for the same exact reason as I'm seeing here, within a week or 10, I'm gonna say within 2 weeks at the max, I opened up the machine, updated, tried Virtualbox, and boom, it worked. So I will say this, that GhostBSD seems to be directed more toward the desktop user. And this is a great example of why and how that could be true. I read another post here where the FreeBSD people really don't care as far as your desktop goes. They're more worried about, the inner workings and doing what they do and providing a great service. Anyway, so I just thought I'd throw this out there. This is not a put down of FreeBSD. It's more of a put down on me for not waiting as long as I would have. I did feel a little uncomfortable when I was doing the upgrade. I was like, oh crap, it's going to happen again. But I'm not panicked. The first time it happened, boy, I was like, what? I had to find out. And the only out I had was just a little time to waste, and that's exactly what I did. And so these notes will be in here, and I'll make sure that the links get in there in the notes down below. And at this point, the end of life is less than 10 days away, which is on 31 of July, so I will just wait for it, wait it out for VBox and the kernel to match. I knew to wait and didn't, so the fault lies with me, not FreeBSD. They warned me in advance, but all right. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Y'all have a great one. Peace out. Bye.